Mohamed Salah was overcome with emotion and broke down in tears on the Anfield pitch after Liverpool suffered a heartbreaking elimination from the Champions League at the hands of Paris Saint-Germain on Tuesday night. The dramatic contest ultimately came down to a penalty shootout, following Liverpool's narrow 1-0 defeat in regular time. The only goal of the night was scored by Ousmane Dembélé in the 12th minute, which brought the aggregate score level, setting up a tense conclusion to the tie. Displaying his usual composure, Salah confidently stepped forward to convert Liverpool's opening penalty in the shootout after PSG's Vitinha had successfully dispatched the first spot kick of the night. However, the shootout quickly turned disastrous for the Reds when both Darwin Núñez and Curtis Jones saw their attempts denied by the towering presence of PSG's goalkeeper, Gianluigi Donnarumma. With the decisive moment approaching, PSG winger Désiré Doué stepped up and rifled the winning penalty into the net, sealing Liverpool's fate and sending the French club through to the quarterfinals. As the final whistle confirmed their exit from the competition, the Anfield pitch became the scene of somber and heartbreaking emotions. Liverpool players, devastated by the outcome, consoled each other as they struggled to come to terms with the painful defeat. Salah, visibly distraught, wandered across the field with tears in his eyes, unable to hide his disappointment. Earlier in the match, the Egyptian forward had looked sharp and lively, particularly in the opening exchanges. Within the first 5 minutes, he found himself in promising positions in front of goal on 2 separate occasions, with golden opportunities to extend Liverpool's aggregate advantage. However, despite his best efforts, he was unable to capitalize as PSG's defense managed to hold firm and weather the storm. As the game progressed, Salah found his influence waning, largely due to the defensive efforts of PSG's Nuno Mendes, who successfully neutralized his attacking threat. Meanwhile, PSG grew in confidence, posing increasing problems for Liverpool's backline and eventually managing to hold out until the end. With their place in the quarterfinals secured, PSG now turn their focus to their next challenge, where they will face either Aston Villa or Club Brugge. Should they navigate that hurdle successfully, a potential semi-final clash against one of European football's powerhouses, Arsenal or Real Madrid, awaits them. Despite their domestic dominance, PSG have yet to taste Champions League glory. Their closest attempt came in 2020 under the management of Thomas Tuchel when they reached the final, only to suffer a narrow 1-0 defeat against Bayern Munich. Speaking after the match, Liverpool's captain, Virgil van Dijk, reflected on the intense battle and the cruel nature of their exit. It was an incredibly intense game, a great spectacle of football, and to be a part of it was something special, he remarked. We gave everything over both legs, especially in Paris, and we showed our quality. Unfortunately, tonight it came down to penalties, and that's just the reality of football. The Dutch defender acknowledged Liverpool's strong first-half performance, noting the dangerous opportunities they created, but also admitted that PSG's quality was always going to be a challenge. In the first half, we had some really promising moments. We put them under pressure, but they have world-class players, and in the end, it went down to penalties, he explained. Despite the disappointment, Van Dijk urged his teammates to stay positive and shift their focus to the challenges ahead. I told the guys, of course, we're all disappointed. Being knocked out of the competition is never easy, but we have to lift our heads and look forward to what's next. We have a huge game coming up in the Carabao Cup final this weekend, and that's where our attention needs to be. Although Liverpool's Champions League campaign has come to a premature end, Van Dijk expressed pride in his team's efforts. I think we played really well today, and our ambition was to go as far as possible. We knew facing PSG would be an incredibly tough test, and it proved to be just that. In the first leg, we managed to get the result we needed, despite struggling at times. Tonight, we played some fantastic football, but in the end, it wasn't enough. For Liverpool, the focus now shifts to domestic competitions, while PSG continue their pursuit of European glory, hoping to finally lift the coveted Champions League trophy that has eluded them for so long.